It was just an honor to get to work with and meet such genuine people, kind, caring, and warm. You guys made our wedding absolutely amazing. That's all we could ever ask.
It was a breath of fresh air in the middle of just the insanity of the wedding day. Like you guys brought calm and centeredness to the interaction. Seriously, that's it. Like you guys were a breath of fresh air in the middle of that insanity. I would just say do it. That Jennifer's the best.
How are you two doing? It's been like almost a year, like 10 months. I don't know.
Yep, and we have 2 more months, a little less than 2 months until our first anniversary. So yeah, almost a year.
Yeah, that's so cool. Do you have like any like fun first anniversary plans that you're cooking up or you're like, I don't know yet?
My parents are coming into town, so they're gonna watch Kathy for
Oh,
us.
How about
Um,
this quiet dinner?
Jeff was thinking about taking the day off so we could go down like downtown to the downtown area and go to
Yeah.
this French restaurant that we wanted to go to back in for Valentine's Day in
okay.
2021. But
Yeah.
I don't know if you can remember the news, like in February 2021, Texas was hit with a huge winter storm and power was out for like a
Okay.
week, died. So
I feel
we
like I
did
do remember
not get
that.
to do that.
Gotcha. You're like, postpone the plans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're
Yeah.
thinking maybe now, like for our first anniversary, might be the time.
Cool. Well, that sounds fun. A French restaurant sounds like exotic. I don't know if I I don't even know like what is served at a French restaurant. Like I guess I've never been to like a legit French restaurant before.
Honestly, it's because I've been to one like legit French
Mm.
restaurant and it was very similar to like American comfort food,
Okay.
but with a little bit more of a refined palate on it.
Okay, gotcha. Maybe that makes sense. Yeah.
It's just really comforting, buttery, cheesy,
Okay.
filling, good, just good foods. Good
Gotcha.
food. Yeah.
Cool. Well, that sounds fun. Hope
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be a fun adventure. Cool, cool. Well, thanks so much for being willing to do this. Really appreciate it. I started doing these little like testimonial videos with our like wedding couples because I was like, oh, like I feel like I don't know, it helps my future potential brides to like hear from you guys. So it's really
Yeah.
helpful. And then it's also like good feedback for me to hear like what you guys thought and just about everything. And so yeah.
Yeah.
So I try to keep it to about 30 minutes, because I really want to respect your guys' time. And I also know that you have Kathy running around like trying to
Yeah.
not pop in the video. So
Yeah. We set her up with a movie, so hopefully that will
perfect.
keep
Yeah.
her.
I figure, I figure because once Tyler's like 7.5 months now. So I'm like, what
Well,
am I gonna do on consult calls when he's like 2 and like crazy? Because sometimes he's
It's
being jumpy
hard.
right now, but I thought maybe I'll put him in front of Bluey once he's old enough, like 2 or 3.
yeah.
Yeah, you could also get like a mother's helper,
Hmm.
or if you don't want to like pay for care, I've heard of people doing this where you get in touch with local homeschooling groups,
Mm.
and like their older children. Oh, there we go. I'm an AI. We just got a notification for an AI assistant. Right in
Oh,
front.
oh yeah.
Um,
No.
but so the older kids, especially like the older girls, they're usually the ones that would want to do it.
Hmm.
They will be needing some sort of, and I forget which credit it is exactly, but basically similar to a home ec credit. So in exchange for you to like write down, like they were here with me and they did this,
Huh.
this, this, and this for this amount of time,
Hmm.
their parents can take that and like say, okay, this is applicable to this course. This is applicable to that course. And they get like school credit hours for it. So you don't have to pay them because you're essentially
That's
giving them.
cool.
Yeah. So that might be when he does get older,
That's so
because I know with Kathy it
yeah.
still is insanity,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't even know it was a thing. Cool. Yeah.
yeah, because we're doing homeschool with Kathy, so
Yeah.
I've been trying to like get into the groups early, and I was blown away when I found out about
You're like,
that.
this is cool.
Yeah,
And I'm
exactly.
honestly, I'm sure the kids or the girls, I don't know who normally does it. I'm sure they love it because like I mean, it's like fun school. Like who doesn't like
Yeah.
playing house, basically?
Essentially, yeah. And if you're going to be right there anyway, there's really nothing too much for you to worry about.
Right.
I feel like it's a win situation for everybody involved.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
yeah.
Well, thanks for telling me about that. Maybe when it's a couple years older, we'll look into that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Cool, cool. If you hear any noises in the background, that's Tyler and the jumper doing. I put him in the jumper because he like goes everywhere now. He's like crazy.
Yeah.
So
He's mobile.
he's very he like yeah he likes to like he pulls himself up on stuff and like stands. So I'm like I put him in the jumper because it keeps him contained and occupied while we're in this.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah. So we'll get started. So really how I like to do this is I'll wait till she's done. Yeah, you're good. Is really just ask you guys some questions. And then it's just kind of like, yeah, you answer me questions, and so that's what we're gonna do. So to start with, how did you two first find us?
I think I found you in one of the Tennessee wedding groups.
Yeah.
And I had posted that I was looking for a photographer in the area. I was a destination bride. I don't know anybody in the area. And I think you had commented, either you had commented
Yeah.
yourself in it or somebody had recommended you. I forget which came
Right.
first. Um,
I probably
but
comment like me.
I think you probably did, but I'm trying to remember if somebody recommended you and like tagged you
Maybe.
before you ever commented. But long story short, like that's how I found you, and then we came to interview you.
Cool, cool. Yes. Cool, cool.
Thanks
Awesome.
so much, really, please.
I'll pause when you go talk to Kathy, which is totally fine. I get it. We're both multitasking with kids here. That's I kind of
Yeah,
love it when we're like we understand each other. It's great.
yeah, yes, gotcha.
Yeah. And then what initially drew you both to working with us?
You were, for me, it was like you were so easy to talk to. And I remember there were some hiccups with the planning that we went through personally. And I was very transparent with you and was like, hey, this is going on. And you were just so easy and nice about it, honestly. Like we've had experiences with some vendors that would get like ugly when you would tell them I need to put planning on pause for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or like even vendors that we didn't choose just get ugly. And you were never, ever not once, like, did I even have any inclination that you would be like that? And then when we spoke to you and your husband on our first consult call, you were just so friendly and funny and bubbly and like I loved that energy because my pre-motherhood days, like honestly, that was my personality. So I felt like I connected with that side and you knew your business. Like you knew what your pricing was, what you were able to offer us. You were very, very thorough with that. So for me, that's what made me want to say, like, hey Jeff, let's go with Jennifer and Daniel.
Yeah.
What about
For me, I think it was the looking at y'all's gallery, and I think like Lisa bringing up your personality, like it came through in your work as well. It was very bright, very just. It was exactly what we were envisioning for the wedding photography,
Yeah.
and so especially after our some of the planning issues we were running into, it was kind of nice to have not only just this amazing work, like we could look at and see like, okay, that's exactly what we want. But then also like it was just really easy for us. And it was like, okay, we want to work with these people. This is an easy one. It was like one of those, it was one of the few ones where it was like, this is really easy. We're good. Let's just how do we move forward? So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. Kathy in the background, I love it. It's great. So fun. Should be like Jennifer says hi.
Jennifer says hi.
Hi. Hi. Have fun watching the movie.
Oh, she's very excited now. She's over here. You can't see her. She's just off screen, jumping up and down.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love that. Cool, cool. Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you,
You're good. No,
Hannah.
you're good. If you have to like take a second, just let me know. We can pause. Like that's again, like sometimes I've had to do that with Tyler before on a consult call. Normally Daniel's with me, but like sometimes
Yeah.
we always appreciate when our couples are like understanding. So I am understanding back. uh, and then what made you ultimately trust us with your wedding memories?
Hmm.
Deep questions, deep questions.
I think for me, the big thing was y'all were incredibly responsive.
Yes.
And that was something that we had struggled with as far as some of the other aspects of our wedding planning. And it's kind of hard to trust when like you don't have any response back. You don't ever hear from them for like a week or two.
Right.
And they act like that's not that big of a deal, but it's for us, that was such a big deal. You guys were really responsive. You answered all of our questions. You were patient with us, especially as all of this is new for us. And yeah,
Yeah, yeah, good. Yeah. If you want to, you can pause. I mean, you can keep going or you can pause. Or Jeff, if you want to
yeah,
finish your thought, you can, yeah, it's fine. You can continue
I'd say.
or you can, I don't know. Either
For
way.
me, I think that was like I said, that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing was just that kind of that trust and that like that warmth and that connection. It didn't feel like a cold business transaction.
Oh, that's
I
good.
think
I'm
for
glad.
us that was beautiful because it's a wedding, right? Like this
Yeah.
isn't there needs to be a little bit more warm. And so it just
Yeah.
wasn't that cold transactional. It was just so much more warmth and there was trust and a lot of that. And so it was really easy for us.
Yay.
Yeah. So it just kind of goes back to the same things that um made us choose you initially is just seeing how professional you were. Like when I say that you were on top of it, that meant so much to me because so many people can be warm and friendly and bubbly and personable with their clients, but then they don't have the professional follow through.
Right.
And you brought it all to the table. So for me, that was very impressive because I was like, okay, not only is she going to be nice and understanding and I get along well with her, this is the biggest day of our life. Like
Yeah.
she's standing on business, like she's bringing everything to the table, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Well, thank you. And a lot of that is, I think, just over the time I've been doing this, I've tried to come up with like a very systematic process for how we do the experience for all of our couples. That way, like you would never have to worry about what's coming next. Like I don't want you to have to worry. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm just glad that you saw that all coming through and that it just was smooth for you guys.
definitely.
That's exactly how we want it to be.
Good.
Can
It
you
came through.
Yeah, yeah, I did. Can you hear Tyler screaming in the background? Like it's more like happy screams. Probably not. Okay.
No, I
No.
can't. Not at all,
Okay,
actually.
we're good. I think the computer has this thing where like you can't hear like outside stuff.
It like muffles the background noise.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And then what's one thing that made us different from other companies that you've noticed?
Um, for me, I think it would just be, I think that connection. I think like we were discussing like that a lot of times it's very kind of transactional and
Yeah.
it's just, sign this contract, I'll do this. But there wasn't really any connection. And I remember you guys providing us like recommendations when we were in Gatlinburg,
Mhm.
and the aloe vera plant that we still have that you guys gifted us.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
those
had
little
three
things that
plants
are
that you.
just so special because um there's just that connection. There's that human element to it. And in something like this where it's our wedding, it's such a big moment and um, it's it's not a cold transaction, right? This is our lasting memories,
Mhm.
and that was just really special and was greatly appreciated.
For me specifically, what made you guys stand out and stand apart from other vendors is one, you guys are husband and wife, which isn't necessarily all that rare to be business partners with your spouse.
Mhm.
But I felt it was rare that you guys actually seemed to enjoy working with each other and you respect each other and you didn't bring like
Mhm.
drama. 'Cause every married couple has their own, like, none of that ever once came through. In
Right.
my mind, I was like, Jennifer and Daniel are just like, they're the perfect couple. They're the perfect business partners. They like their pictures, her pictures and his videos. That's exactly what the look that I want. So what stood apart is that not only are you guys husband and wife and a team working together, but you actually genuinely respect each other and value each other's separate professional experience and integrate it together. Like it was really nice to see that, honestly, the way you guys work together. That's how you guys stood out for me.
Yeah, I love that. I want to go back to the owl plant thing because I want to. This is funny. So yeah, so a lot of bright. This is why, like, I talk about how we have an experience that's different from any other company because we have customized it unique to us. So one of those things is our owl plant thing, and I give an aloe plant to each one of my brides, like on their wedding days. Like you got one,
Uh-huh.
Lisa. And so my mom in Vermont grew up growing aloe plants, like just in our house, whatever, because they propagate like insane. It's hilarious. And so
Uh-huh.
we moved down when we moved to the Nashville area. Like I brought this one aloe plant. I know I had a few aloe plants I brought with me. They originally came from my mom's aloe plants in Vermont. So really,
Oh my gosh.
technically,
Oh.
through like all this, through the years, like whatever, through the years and traveling, like technically these out like the aloe plant you have originally came from some aloe plant, probably in Vermont, basically from my mom's plants. And so I bring them, like to the wedding day because I feel like it's my unique little like I'm aloe plant girl. Like, I'm known for my lavender and then like aloe plant stuff. Um, and
I
I
love it.
and
I
so
love it. I had to, it's that aloe plant is currently living in a larger pot
like
with a larger aloe plant I already had.
cool.
And you talked about how it propagates like crazy. We already have a baby from it.
Yep. Pretty much. Eventually be like, Jennifer, why did you give this to me? There's too many. What do I do?
My Texas aloe plant has never propagated, and I've had that thing for years.
Oh wow.
But within 6 months of having the one
Huh.
that you gave, we have a little baby aloe plant.
I guess I needed to. I mean, I guess that works.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, no, because it propagated before it was even in the bigger pot with
Oh,
with
maybe it was
mine.
just like they like being like by other aloe plants, I think.
It's your
Oh.
specific aloe
My
plant.
Pacific aloe plant is fruitful and it multiplies.
Yes, exactly.
That's great. Anyway, sorry. That was like totally funny thing, but and I've actually thought about I need to share this whole aloe plant story like somewhere online because like my brides don't understand. They just think feel like they just think I go to a store and buy an aloe plant and I don't. Like I literally like pot them and I grow them and like and I got them like I probably have like 50 aloe plants at home right now.
Oh
Just
my gosh.
not they're like some of them are like little baby plants like in a plant like they're not I don't have 50 pots everywhere, but I have like I just grow them and then they're my special only my brides get them, and that's my thing.
Definitely need to share that because that is really special. Like I didn't think you went out and bought it. I could tell that it was like a homegrown thing.
Okay.
I guess plant
I'm
people
glad.
can tell
Yeah, I mean, I
that.
guess it doesn't. Yeah, I guess maybe it is. It's just, not every
Yeah,
plant is perfect. Maybe that's why, because like plants at stores are look very perfect, and like mine are. I mean, I try to pick like a really nice one, but they're not always totally perfect because I'm not perfect. So I don't know, whatever. Anyways, yeah,
that's no, yeah.
cool.
No,
Cool.
it's healthier than any store-bought plant I've seen. The aloe that you
Okay.
gave. It's like I
Oh,
could just tell like somebody put their time and energy into that. So it was
I-
really nice. I definitely do think you need to share that somewhere.
yeah, I should maybe another video. Well, here I'm doing it now. Yeah, cool,
You're
cool.
welcome.
Yeah.
Um,
And then what made you guys ultimately book us for your wedding photography slash wedding videography experience?
For me, it came down to we were quickly finding out how fast the budget gets maxed out in the wedding world.
Yeah.
And something that I've repeated this past year to Jeff is like, you don't know what you don't know. And these things with wedding budgeting and everything, you don't know it until you do it.
Mhm.
And so our final decision was coming down to you guys and like one, like, I guess, chain company that I had seen advertised on social media. And I remember like feeling like, okay, well, she's been transparent with me. I'm just going to tell her exactly where we're at. Like, this is
Mhm.
where we're at. And I remember you didn't come to that conversation with any animosity. I feel like you handled that conversation in a way that was like a friend would have handled something.
Mm,
Like, you obviously are a business owner, and I could see that shining through, which is perfect and great because ultimately that's what needs to happen. But
right.
I also felt like I was talking to a friend and how a friend would help me make a decision. Like,
Okay.
this is where we're at. This is where this is at. Like, what would be the best thing for you? And I remember that conversation with you. It was like via Messenger, I think. And like every time you would respond to something I would say, I remember looking at Jeff and being like, this is so hard. I don't want to not choose them. So,
Right.
like,
I remember this so clearly. I remember
yeah,
you being like, oh, you have to figure out how to help them.
and that was just so evident. And it, like, I feel like you just went above and beyond for us. And like, ultimately, I have zero regrets. I have zero regrets with
God.
that. Yeah. I'm so happy that we chose you, and that I hated to feel like I was pitting anybody against anybody else, because that's not where I felt like I was coming from. I felt like I was coming from a place of like, this is where we're at.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't feel like you took it that way either. I feel like you took it and you received it like exactly like you just said, like, how can we help this bride and this soon to be family make a decision, because you guys know that your product and your expertise is best fit to give us what we
Right.
wanted. And it felt like you were trying to just communicate, like, how can we portray that we know that we're the best option for them.
Right.
And it was so caring, and it was wonderful. Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Zero regrets. Yeah.
And speaking on that, like you're right, like ultimately, like it comes down to like our couple's decision who decide to book. But ultimately, I also know that like I know 100% that I'm going to give you like the best wedding day experience because we've built that experience through our business. And all of our couples have like loved it and have like none of our couples have had any regrets working with us ever. And I know for you guys, when you came to me and you were like trying to decide between, us and another company, like, because obviously, because I think originally you guys were hiring us, we're going to do like the two photographer option, I'm pretty sure. But then also it came down to just like budgeting thing with a budget thing with
Mhm.
you guys. And so I was like, okay, like, yes, I'm a business owner, but I want to help these people. Like, how do I help them? And so it obviously came down to like, hey, you two really want to work with us. Like, you obviously, like, if budget wasn't an issue, I knew you were going to hire us, like, because you had already told me that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and so then as soon as you came to me, we're like, hey, we're really like, basically I try to listen to my couples to really understand like what do they really, really want. And we obviously focus a lot more now on like the two photographers, like 8 or 10 hours of wedding day coverage. Like that's like what most of our website is now, technically. But I also know that we also can do photography and videography on wedding day. So like if it comes down
Mhm.
to, a couple like not hiring us because we're not going to offer video, like I'm going to quickly figure out, okay, what do you want for video and do my best to make that happen for them so that we can still like
Yeah.
work together, because I know ultimately they want to work with us. So I'm like,
Yeah.
how can we still do that? And I think for you guys, like for your wedding day, like it was still going to work, like one photographer, one videographer for your wedding day. Like I knew we could make it happen. So as soon
Yeah.
as you were telling me, that you found this company who offered both, da da da, and you were considering that option, I was like, wait, but we can do that and we can do it better than this company. And
You
so,
did it. You did. The highlight video that Daniel did, and then even like at the last second, me being like, okay, I changed my mind. We do want the full ceremony. You were like, we've got it.
yeah, no, and you were just like, you just wanted like the full ceremony video, and I was like, that was honestly just a miracle because I remember, like, I actually remember telling Daniel before you guys were like, let's just film, like, let's make sure we film like the whole thing continuously, like just in case they ask.
Yeah.
Like, I know it wasn't like the most perfect ceremony video, but you could hear everything, you had it, you know what I mean?
Yes. It
And so
was
that's
great.
something that, yeah, I'm glad we were able to make that happen for you guys.
Yeah, I was able to show it to my grandpa in Illinois last Christmas when we went to visit him. And it was just so nice to be able to share that with him and have
Yeah,
him feel like he was there, because he can't travel anymore. He can barely leave the house, you
right.
know. So it was really nice to have that and have those pictures, and yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I love it. That's great.
It's our video a few different times now, so
We have,
I
yeah.
love that video. So
Yeah,
Yay.
me too.
I know. It's always so fun when I look back at like highlight films, we've done. I was like, oh, look at that. So happy. What a happy day.
Yeah.
Great. And then awesome. And then how did you feel about the communication throughout your whole experience?
I felt like the communication was great. Because I had so many questions, and originally we had hired who we thought was going to be a full wedding planner, but she we wound up firing her. Because she was not communicating. She was not like answering questions.
Mhm.
And when I say like not communicating, I don't mean like you need to reply to me in 2 hours or I'm just gonna like blow
Right.
up. It was like weeks that
Oh
she would
wow.
go radio silent.
Okay.
Um, and so I would have these questions and I'd be like, well, who can I get these answered from? And then by the time that we had hired you guys, um, I was trying to ask, I think, timeline questions.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, well, let me just reach out to Jennifer because
Yep.
this person told me that the photographer will have a really good idea
Mhm.
about timelines. So I was like, all right, well, Jennifer, I have a question. I'm sorry, but you were so helpful. You were like just ready. You were there. And when I say like that your answers to me just went above and beyond,
Good.
like they truly did. And the communication, like if that's any indication, an example of how your communication was with us, um, with me primarily, because I was handling all of that, like it was so good. It was so, so good. Like I don't think I ever waited more than 24 or 48 hours for a response. And if it was going to be something like that you felt like was an inordinate amount of time to wait, baby. Like you would tell me, you'd be like, okay, I'm going to get back to this, but I just need a little bit more time. I'm doing X, Y, and Z, or I'm at a wedding right now. And I'm like,
Right.
wow, like he really doesn't have to tell me that, but that's just, it's
I'm
really
like
nice
all worried
to
over here. I'm like, ah, she's gonna like freak
no, yeah,
out.
yeah. And I don't know, your communication was just really great.
Yeah.
It was really great. It just, I was informed every step of the way, even when I had questions that didn't necessarily pertain to exactly what you were doing, you were able to answer it or direct me to somebody that could. Um,
Mhm.
it was just really awesome to have that on our team.
Sometimes I feel like a partial wedding planner, not just a photographer. It's so funny.
I mean,
I was
yeah.
you know, do other
Yeah.
things secretly. I'm like, whoops. Funny.
Um,
I love it. It's great. Yeah. And then how did you feel about your wait, actually no, you didn't wait hold on. Oh yeah, sorry. How did you feel about your overall wedding day experience with us?
I thought it was amazing. Granted, I think you guys spent more time with her in the morning,
That's true.
but um,
Pretty normal.
the I remember I felt like we were laughing so hard, and we had, and I look back in the pictures, and like I feel like we actually like captured like those genuine moments.
You
Hmm.
got his
Um,
dad to smile
which
in
yeah,
pictures.
that is. I cannot lie, like that is
Oh, I'm
in
glad.
my 39 years on this earth. I don't think there's not a picture alive that has him smiling in it, and we have that one in the wedding, and it was
Oh, I'm
perfect. It was with
glad.
all of us. Um,
Oh, good.
so that was, but I felt like you captured like so much. It was just, it was great. It was so amazing. And yeah, it was, made it so much easier on that day.
Yeah, I remember I was probably as most brides are, I was just a huge ball of nerves and emotions.
Yeah.
And I remember since the wedding, I've talked to my parents and to other guests, like the way my emotions started that day, I felt like I was just continually scowling all day because it was just I felt like one thing after another that didn't go as planned. But then when I look at the pictures in the video and I see all of my smiles, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, thank God that
So happy.
that my face wasn't showing. But then
Yeah.
second of all, that she captured that and like the true overarching emotion of that day being happiness, and she captured that.
Yeah.
Like it's so nice to have those pictures and the videos and that look like that and that are able to remind me. Can you hear Kathy?
A little bit, but it's like very like it's probably like you can hear bits of Tyler in the background, but yeah. So I just like little tiny voices, but it's not anything. It's very background.
But it's so nice to have those pictures in the video when I felt like I was just a grumpus. And I look back at those pictures and I see the smiles. I see my smiles and Jeff's smiles. And it's really, really nice to look at. So for me, the wedding day, because you captured such happiness,
Yeah.
it was just, it honestly, I feel like Not only was everything captured that we had talked about that we wanted, but like so much more emotion was captured than what I was anticipating. And I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, I'm
Me
glad.
too, like they caught it on the video, like you could hear the birds chirping as we were walking down, and we were having a fairly private conversation, and it got picked up. And I remember you can hear it in the video, and
Yeah.
it's one of my probably my favorite memory from that day.
Yeah.
We're sitting there with that and hearing the birds singing while we were at the altar and everything. So
Yeah. The ceremony. Yeah. No, it's cool. I love that. And then how did you feel about your gallery reveal experience with us?
That was fun to go through and look at the pictures. I remember that I think that you had just had Tyler or were just about to have
I was
Tyler.
about to have Tyler. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like
I
I was
remember like
maybe 37 weeks pregnant when I did your gallery, when I was like delivering your wedding gallery to you. Um, yeah. It was like 36, probably 37. It was like very beginning of January.
close. Yeah, you were pretty close to just to popping.
Yeah,
And
and
I remember like looking at our gallery and just seeing those smiles that I just talked about, you know, that was, are you there? I think it
it
froze.
it froze a little bit. I can hear you, but
Okay.
oh wait, there it comes. I was back. There you go. Now you're moving it.
Okay.
It's okay. Keep going. Yeah, it was very
Um, that like the reveal was just so fun to go back and relive. That was the first time that we really got to see pictures from our wedding because we
Mhm.
had a no phones ceremony. So we didn't
Right.
see any pictures aside from like the preview that you had sent us. We
Right.
didn't see any pictures or video from the ceremony. And I don't really remember seeing like any of our, because our wedding guest that list was so small, like including us, there were 29 people total.
Right. It's very intimate.
So
Yeah. Hmm.
it was very, yeah. So we didn't really get an opportunity to see like reception pictures. So when we saw them from you with the reveal, like that that was the first time that we really had seen anything. It was really
Right.
nice.
Yay. No, I'm so glad. And I will say, I'm pretty sure that yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta deliver the gallery so fast because I was having a lot of weird problems with pregnancy at the end. And so like, and I think I don't remember exactly which day we did your gallery reveal, but I ended up having to go in and get induced about a week, almost a week and a half early before my due date. Because of like I got like some like a medical I had to have a medical induction because I got this thing called
Yeah,
cholestasis at the end, which is like dangerous to baby. So
yeah,
then I went on to had a very difficult, like very long, difficult labor and just like whole recovery period. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get their wedding delivered to them because I was like, something's about to happen.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so but yeah, no, I'm good. I'm glad that you guys like that. That a lot of my couples say that they like just being able to look at it like in one sitting because otherwise they may have done that together. So I think it's a reason for me to keep doing it. Can
Yes, for sure.
you
I
hear Tyler
didn't
screaming?
directly the reception.
No.
You what?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you can't. Okay, I'm like, he's kind of just, he's just over there. He's looking at me like, what are you doing?
That's
What did you
cute.
say,
No,
Jeff? Sorry. I think I missed what you said there.
Oh, no, I was just saying I really enjoyed the reception photos because
Oh, good.
I think at one point they were doing the Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Oh,
And
yeah.
for whatever reason, I was like, I don't remember that. Like, I'm sure I was there, but I don't remember it. And then,
Yeah.
but just seeing both of our families essentially conga lining around the
yeah,
thing,
that was fun.
it's
Yeah.
uh,
I think I remember
it's
that a
great
little
seeing
bit. That's
everybody.
fun. Yeah. And then would you say that your experience was worth the investment?
Oh yes,
Yes,
yeah,
above and
100%.
beyond the investment, honestly. Yeah,
I think you gave us like almost 4,000 pictures. We
Right.
something
have
like
some,
that.
we have a, yeah,
Maybe
there was a
2,000.
lot.
Maybe a 1,500. Oh, I don't know. Maybe 1,700, 1,800. It may have been
There
up
was
over
It was
2,000.
a lot.
But yeah,
there
we're
was so many, and they were all so great. And the work was just top quality and it was above and beyond.
Mhm.
100% would recommend to anybody.
Yeah. And that's why I do. Every time I see in the Tennessee groups, I'm like, if you're looking for a photographer, Jennifer's your girl.
I do see that, and then I'm like, oh, it's bought, and it's so there's so many, so like it takes a long time before I actually like get an inquiry from that. But maybe I have, I don't know, but it's very helpful. Keep doing it; it helps me. eventually.
Well, I will.
I know. That's awesome. And then what was your favorite part about working with us?
Hmm. It's hard to like pinpoint because I feel like just the entire experience was so good. Like to say
Mhm.
like a favorite. Let me think.
Yeah.
I know mine. Mine was when we got to just I had my best my groomsmen and pushing me on a swing. I don't think I've laughed that much in so long, and I was like, this is perfect. Like this is exactly what I want. And then the pictures I thought captured just the hilarity and just the fun that we were all having. So
I love that.
um, that's always what I say to me. I was like, yeah, there's pictures of me as a grown man being pushed on a swing. So it was amazing.
It's always
I
the funny moments. It's great.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's so hard, Jennifer. It is.
Hard questions. Oops.
It is because, and then you say it's always the funny moments, and in my head, I'm thinking about sentimental moments. Like
Oh
I'm
yeah, well,
thinking about like
First
the
touch.
pictures, yes, the first touch, but the pictures that you caught of Kathy and my dad dancing together, and like Jeff and Kathy dancing together, and me with Kathy, like. Those are my favorite things to look back on, those pictures right there, because those are so special. And
yeah.
uh,
Yeah. So that's awesome. So one of
mhm.
those dancing photos probably be like your favorite photo from the wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then like when we did the reception space reveal, like you were
Mhm.
so incognito during that. I feel like I remember obviously knowing you were there, but then seeing the pictures of that moment, it was just it's like you weren't there. Like
Oh,
it's
good.
that's a weird thing to say, I know.
Invisible. It's great.
I remember being so intimate, like it was just us,
Uh-huh.
and it came through
But
in the
you took
picture.
these
Like it
amazing
came through in the
pictures.
picture, and I think that was really great. And our
Yeah.
first touch and just that
You caught me
intimacy
ugly
and
crying. Ugly
uh,
crying.
Huh.
that's the best part.
Yeah. I love that.
Memories, looking at the memories, I think was my favorite part of working with you guys. It was just,
Mm,
it was so fun that day because I remember like I felt like my dress was not altered
mm,
up top the way I wanted it or needed it. And
mhm.
I feel like I remember I kept asking you and Daniel, honey, hold on, please. I kept asking like you and Daniel, like, am I flashing everybody? And there was one time I was talking to you, but
Mhm.
you had asked me, oh, my face is blurring out. I was talking to you, but you had told me to look at Daniel. And so I was looking at Daniel when I asked, was trying to ask you
Yeah.
if I was that was kind of funny.
Yep.
Hold
Nope.
on.
Is that the favorite moment from the wedding day? The most hilarious moment from the wedding day?
Probably.
Probably. I do remember that. That was pretty. Daniel's like, what do I say? Just kidding.
Yeah. And then, like I remember being like, why are you asking my husband that? Like I'm
Uh,
asking you.
I
It
was
was
totally
pretty
being hilarious about it though, because I knew exactly like why that happened. It was a funny moment in history.
yeah, it was pretty funny.
Hilarious.
It was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. What would you tell to other couples who are considering booking us?
Do it. Do
Yeah.
it.
Sign up for it, spend your energy trying to figure out a wedding coordinator because that is way more difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. I would just say do it. That Jennifer's the best. Here's my picture so you can see that. Do it.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. And then, is there anything else you'd like to say about your experience working with us? Anything else that
Honestly, I feel like I've said it all already, but just working with you guys was it was it was a breath of fresh air in the middle of just the insanity of the wedding day. Like you guys brought calm and centeredness to the interaction. Seriously, that's it. Like you guys were a breath of fresh air in the middle of that insanity. Like you guys were the constant good thing. Just you guys, back down there. Just you guys being you no, hold on, honey, we're almost done.
we're Kathy? She's like,
No, she wants to get up here so bad, but we're like, no, we don't want to. Um, Yeah, that's what I would say.
For me, it was just an honor to get to work with and meet such genuine people,
Aw.
kind, caring, and warm. Um, and with everything that we were dealing with as far as our wedding planning,
No, we
I could
didn't.
see how stressed out Lisa was, but with you, everything was just like at ease.
No.
Everything was just so easy. And it was, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, everything you guys did. And you guys made our wedding absolutely amazing. That's all we could ever ask.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Very, very
Sorry.
good of you. I always like to ask this one final question. It's like a scary question. I think it's scary. But is what is one thing, if you can think of anything as a company that we could do to improve our experience working with future couples? Or if you're like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Clone yourself and become
Clone
wedding
yourself.
coordinators.
Yeah, that's a good one. Uh, honestly, I don't know that there would have been any. Hold on. I don't know that there would have been a question for us, like who we wanted to book, if we had known initially that you guys can do videography as well. I feel like if I had known that from the beginning, for me there wouldn't have been like, hey Jennifer, we're possibly thinking about doing this, because in my mind initially, like, we were going to be booking you guys for photography and then also potentially another videographer, because we didn't know that Daniel did that and that was something you guys could offer. That would be all I could say. Like, it's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think that really just depends on like, because again, like we always recommend that people have two photographers. Like if budget allows, then hiring another videographer, they get
Yeah.
that way. But then ultimately, normally if it comes down to just like, like this is we just, budget wise, we really want to work with you. Like we kind of flip things to make it happen type of thing.
Yeah.
So we always like to say it's like our secret that we secretly offer videography, like if secretly needed. You know what I mean? So you're
Yeah. Yeah.
special couple to secretly get the videography. This is a secret.
Uh-huh.
Now that I'm saying
It's a
it.
great secret. It was a wonderful secret.
I know, so that's funny. But yeah, no, I mean that's good feedback. Good feedback. Yeah. Cool. Well,
He's so cute.
I know. I know. I think he's like, I'm hungry again. Are you going to feed me soon? So probably soon. And he's teething. He's always, all the teeth and stuff. Although he doesn't have teeth yet. But
Yeah. He looks so much like Daniel.
I was gonna say the same thing, but I didn't want to say it. I was like, no.
I mean,
I'm sorry. You're like, I carried him for 9 months. He doesn't look like me.
it's fine. Literally, I like him a little mini Daniel, so it's fine. Like
He's so cute and sweet.
well, cool. Well, thanks so much, guys, for your time and everything.
Definitely.
Yeah, we just really appreciate this. Yeah, and I hope you have a great, wonderful, like little anniversary trip. In like I guess a month and a half or so, or 2 months. I
Yeah.
guess.
2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Jennifer.
Welcome. All right. Well, we will keep in touch and bye to Kathy too.
Okay. Bye, Tyler. Bye, Jennifer.
Bye. All right. Bye bye.